Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of certain ages, tonight Bench proudly presents a celebratory podcast to crown our new Premier League champions of the world, Liverpool Football Club. Welcome.
What the fuck was that?
Mate, we've got to do it, mate. It's done. 30 years gone.
He's got his class.
I literally have a good one now to just walk out the door. What the
Good,
fuck was
yeah.
that?
I'll take over today.
Okay, guys. This is the last Bench podcast ever episode. So
yeah, it's the Liverpool
been a good
podcast.
run.
It's going to be the Liverpool podcast. I know
Good
we'll
run.
take the reviews, but fuck it, it's me. Anyway,
Right,
welcome back.
Next time
And,
I'm not even anything. Jeez.
no, I'll do the same thing I'd win some. I'll let you have your little moment of fun, but it's not United's time, it's Liverpool's time. So on my left, we've got Ethan.
Hey guys, repping
Underneath,
so
okay. Underneath, we've got Kingy. Say hello, Kingy.
All right, guys. Right,
Yeah.
I'm repping Ralph Lauren.
Great squad, as you all know. And well, basically, as you may not have already noticed, we need to celebrate Liverpool's title win. It's been 30 years, and there's been this occasion for Liverpool fans, including myself. So we were talking a little bit about that, and we'll probably be covering maybe who could maybe challenge Liverpool next season, where it could be win and lost, who could step up, basically.
So the way we're going to do the video, we're going to do like a few like different videos on looking at the top 6 teams. So, for example, Man City, Chelsea, United, Leicester, Wolves. We might talk about Spurs and Arsenal. We don't know. But,
Yeah.
but we're going to be talking about what they need to do for their teams, as in like transfers, different styles of play, their strengths, their weaknesses, and how they can catch up to Liverpool, basically. But this one, as Bennett just said, we're just going to talk about Liverpool as a whole, how their season's gone, and their strengths, weaknesses, and what maybe they need to do to better what they've done this season. It hasn't been perfect, obviously. So,
Well, no, but I mean, I think the main thing for Liverpool fans really, it's because the last time they won the league was in 1990, and for me, definitely, I wasn't born when they last won the league, so I've always known us not winning the league.
yeah.
And obviously for fans during that period, it's been quite hard seeing that many players come and go. I mean, I'll check it. I wrote some stats down basically, and I think the amount of players we've used since is about 238 players we've had at the club.
Wow. You've had that many players and you haven't won a league. Wow, joke of a club.
Yeah, it's madness. It's unbelievable, isn't it? That many players have tried to get us to win the league and hasn't really done it for us until now. I mean, Klopp's been the right sort of man to come in. He broke the last bits of Brendan Rodgers' squad, and he's basically rebuilt a team in his image of like hard-working players with quality and that will work for each other, basically.
Well, it's really like fascinating because like let me look at Liverpool's first squads. Just carry on talking about Liverpool because I'm really interested to see what Klopp's first squad.
I remember some of the squad, yeah. Because I think we played Klopp's first game against Spurs. I think we drew 0-0.
Yeah,
I think it was the last White Hart Lane. No, it wasn't. It was a few White Hart.
So yeah, I've got it up here. So his first lineup was so it was Mignolet in goal, Klein right back, Skirtle centre back with Sacco, Moreno left back with 2 CDMs with Chan, Lucas, and attacking 3 or attacking like midfield 3 of Milner, Coutinho, and Lallana, and Origi up front. So looking at that squad of who's survived,
Origi's still there, Milner's still there, Lallana's just about to leave, and Klein's just left.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's basically about 2 players left from that squad.
So in the space of 5 years, he's basically been able to rebuild Liverpool's side. And really, I've got to give props to like Liverpool owners for. Well, no, I'll say Liverpool owners more.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
for giving
true as
them
well. Yeah.
the facilities to and the transfer budget to like sign obviously the team that they've got today.
Well, I mean, like it started out like a lot of it, like the Liverpool owners we've got now. I mean, because if people don't really know, before we had John Henry and all those people from FSG, it was the owners we had before. They've promised quite a lot, but ultimately they didn't really deliver. And by the end of it, they've been taken to court for potentially like. It's similar to, I think it's similar to how United have had their like with their owners have been taking too much money out like from loans, and then they put the club into administration, and then ultimately they were forced out. And we had John Henry after that, and they started off like I think they tried to play it like how they would like an American team, like because there's a system called Moneyball. I think you'll probably know what it is, Ethan. It's like they look at like statistics to try and like sign their players up, and like develop them really. And like it didn't 100% work to begin with, and then once Klopp came in, they knew they had to change it, and it's been a bit more streamlined really. It's similar sort of setup, but it's more money based too. Though like, obviously you've got to spend the right amount of money to get them.
Built by the Shanks, broke by the Yanks.
Oh, that video! Just stop that video all the time.
Like you gotta give credit where it's due, because I think easily you could have. I look at like the big money sales you've had. So like top of my head, I'm thinking like obviously Coutinho's the big one where you got most of the money from, and then how much did you sell Andy Carroll for? Because I'm sure you sold Andy Carroll
35 million.
That's what we bought. That's 35 was when we bought him from Newcastle, but I can't remember if we sold him to West Ham for. It might have been, I think, like 15, or it wasn't that much.
So I'm looking at all these like key sales that obviously made you to like reinvest into pretty little signings or big signings, as in like Van Dijk for the Coutinho deal. So
Alisson as well. Alisson kept him and Van Dijk were like part of that little like Coutinho sale. That's how we funded those two, to be fair.
And it really just shows that not anyone can do it, but if you're a side like a Man United, for example, like a Chelsea, for example, if you've got the right manager that knows how to rebuild the sides, with the right system in play, like a winning system, you can potentially win the league. But look at Liverpool, 30 years, and finally done it.
Yeah, it's been a long road. I mean, I've grown up like from years, from you two especially. Like since I've known you, you've always given me like bullshit about you've never won the league and like you haven't won the Premier League title since whenever. And it's obviously I admit I'm going to say this now because it's finally over. I've been annoyed about it, and like especially when like, I'm going to admit it. I've got to admit it now because it's all over now. Like especially when
it's coming out now. The truth's coming out.
I've got to now because it's all over with now. I mean, especially the Gerrard season when he slipped. That was the worst for me. That was genuinely horrible. It killed me.
So, like for example, like looking at obviously this season at a whole, which games do you like pops out to you like? Showing that Liverpool won the league, thinking back from Liverpool perspective?
Well, it's interesting because, I mean, like the last few years, it's different because we seem to we're not as attacking as we used to be, but we seem to be more solid defensively, which I know a lot of people have said, it's costing Liverpool maybe like because Liverpool like beating teams heavily like they used to, like say when Salah, Firmino, and Mane were originally there. Like when they first started out, but like I'm thinking of games against like the 3-1 against Man City, not like yesterday's game when we lost, but the 3-1 against City
was solid yesterday, weren't you?
But no, that was they're all pissed after the league win, and I can't blame them.
Well, like looking at Liverpool, like probably good to talk about the strengths now because Liverpool have turned into a counter-attacking side. Like the defense is so strong, they can. They'll let the better teams who want the possession have the possession, and like I'm not saying they're a long ball team, but most of their goals that, as you can see, like a Van Dijk, because his long balls are brilliant, and having a ball playing goalkeeper like Alisson they can not shut those on, but pass those long balls over to the flanks
I
where
wouldn't,
they are strong.
I wouldn't say they were a counter-attacking team against the big teams because they played against like us, played against Chelsea. I mean, maybe against City, possibly.
We're good on the counter. I mean, we're good on the
Good on
counter.
the
I agree with
counter,
Ethan,
but
but
I
I
wouldn't
don't
say you're
say
a
counter-attacking
counter-attacking
side.
What did you say? But you don't
No,
have
because
you don't have large amounts of possession.
Yeah, but they played against us.
Don't need to,
and they had
really.
more- They played against us and had more
That is a
possession.
count.
Played against Chelsea had more possession. Spurs, teams like that. Liverpool had more of the ball.
But when you think about Liverpool, do you think about them like passing it around the back? Do you see them like having the ball for like I don't know, like 5 minutes in a small part of the game, like a Man City, like the possession-based teams, like Arsenal, for example. There are teams that pass it pass it out the back, pass it in their midfield, and like control the game. For me, I just think when I think about Liverpool and some of the goals they've scored, it's either like they're not defending, but not defending from their own half. They get the ball. Either Van Dijk. They've got what works well with Liverpool. Most of their side, they're good at long balls. So you got Alisson who can play out from the back. Van Dijk can play out from the back. Trent and Robertson, their passing's like one of the best in the league, and they're passing it to like either flanks with Salah and Mane, and like literally in 5 touches, they've scored.
The best passer in the league for me, I'll probably say Kevin De Bruyne, and then probably Liverpool.
Well, the way I see it is, I mean, like I notice a lot now like, when I'm watching Liverpool. Mane and Robertson have a really good like link. They can link up really well for like setting each other up for. Well, Robertson doesn't score, but Robertson can find those passes or the low cross into the box where Mane can finish it off, or like maybe over to Salah. Or it's just. It's good little link-up play between them, and that can be down to like also like a good like team like togetherness as well. Like that's Klopp obviously built that up, and obviously like players like Jordan Henderson, like because he's been there for a long time. He's seen a lot of Liverpool teams come and go, and he knows that this team's probably one of the best ones he's played in, and he's obviously enjoying playing for the team, and they enjoy having him as a captain, and that's quite useful.
So looking at some key stats here, Salah and Mane are one of the main goal scorers. Salah's got 17, and Mane's got 15. And assist-wise, Trent's got 12 assists this season, and Robertson's got 8 this season. So
it's good stats for full. I mean, fullbacks. I know that as fullbacks are more modern now, though, a lot of them will try and go up for the assist and try and like maybe put their stamp on the play more than they would do in the past. And it's especially for a player like Trent, who's brilliant not only from a passing and crossing perspective, but his set pieces are really good too. I mean, like he scored a few free kicks this year, and it's a useful aspect to having your team.
Van Dijk's got 4 goals this season.
Yeah,
for a centre back's pretty good. I mean, he's got more goals than some bloody forwards. So
yeah.
It shows you how bad some people have had seasons. I mean, if you sit a centre half scoring, I mean, obviously, I admit he's a presence, obviously, in the box. Obviously, he's got a good chance, but, you know, it's not great for some players. I think he scored the same or more than Lacazette or someone like that. That's not brilliant, I suppose, but...
So, obviously, Liverpool have been brilliant this season because you can't be not brilliant and win a league title. But what would you say are their weaknesses? Because teams kind of... Obviously, we've seen, for example, City exploit... Yeah, go on.
So I think that, on your point there, they have been brilliant. They're brilliant up until March. Since March, they've struggled because they haven't scored an away goal in 5 games. So that's something they need to improve. But up until the start of the season, until February, I admit they've been brilliant. And the thing is, they got such a gap that I reckon a bit of complacency got involved. So they didn't really need to. So I'd say up until February, before the shutdown a few weeks, they were amazing. They dropped 1 point. But after, since then, Atletico Madrid, they lost to Watford, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea,
yeah.
City, drew to Everton.
Yeah, cool.
So there's been a few bad results in there, to be fair. But they've definitely been the best team. But the last month or so, or the whole month of football that we played, obviously over the space of a few months, they've had a few poor results. So, but obviously they've won the league now, so that's the main thing. Which is, obviously it's all done. But you want to have, they want to try and have a strong end to the season, hopefully, because you want to show teams that look, we're going to be here to stay for a few seasons. So.
I want to get over 100 points. I'd say. I think it's possible. I mean, we've got at the time of recording, we've got Villa next, and you expect us to beat Villa, who are struggling towards the bottom of the table. And I'd hope we get 100 points, and Klopp are getting focused to get that, because that'd be a nice little thing to add to what's been a great season for us. Really, it'll add to the top league.
That's your aim, isn't it? If you can eclipse what Man City have done, that sends out a big statement. Look at what we've done. Next season, we want to be. You want to defend it. You want to, but
yeah, that's true.
I think you might need to buy a couple of players just to maybe get more squad depth.
Because
depth is probably our biggest weakness. I'd say. I mean, our starting 11's fine. I don't think there's much wrong with our starting 11. I mean, obviously, eventually you want to replace the older players and bring in new, younger players. But for now, I'd say for the next 2 or 3 seasons, I'd say that could be our starting 11. But eventually, we do need depth, obviously, for the future, and obviously just for cover in case injuries happen. And I would agree we need depth. Yeah,
I think when it comes to you've got a very good starting 11, and I think you probably need depth-wise. I think probably need maybe one person or 3 or 4 players in each position, so like a winger, midfielder, defender. So that could
we need
be
a centre back. Yeah,
that could be another centre back or full back, maybe. I mean, I suppose maybe a backup left back possibly. Someone that's got potential.
I think right back might be covered. I think because Nico Williams is supposed. I think he'll be getting a chance next season at right back, and I think Trent.
To be fair, honestly, from what I've seen for Nico Williams, I think he's got the potential. Like as much as Trent's doing really well, I think as a defender, from what I've seen, I think he's actually a better defender than Trent. I mean, Trent overall, I think so, because I think he's more focused on his defending than going forward. So I think defensively, he reminds me a bit like Wan-Bissaka. Like going forward, he's obviously not as good as Trent, but defensively, like he seems like he's good in tackles. He's not like don't get wrong, Trent's good as well, but like Nico Williams, I think is more focused on his defensive side than attacking, which I think is what you need to do as a fullback. You need to focus on the defensive side because that's what your job is, and then over time, start improving, your passing and your crossing, and then you can start maybe chipping in as well. But you can never forget the main basics of being strong as a fullback and just defending.
I mean,
technically, from what I've seen go on, sorry. No, go on, Ethan. Go on.
I think, as you've been saying, with buying players, I think Liverpool really need to be careful with how they progress on to next season, because if they get into one of those ways of not signing players for the first team, I think slowly teams will catch them out, if you know what I mean. You hardly rarely see a team where they don't invest in their first team and their starting 11 and they regain the title. Like I've seen main teams that, well, I can't say Man United and Man City have been the only teams that have regained the title. Like they haven't had the same squad. They've always changed a little something to be a little bit different.
I think if City, can buy, if they can sit and get a company replacement, which they should have brought this season, which is one of the reasons why they failed to challenge.
That was bizarre. I agree with that.
They need to replace Sane, because obviously Sane is gone.
Yeah, he's just gone. Yeah.
I mean, I think Pep ultimately just fell out of him personally. Not playing. So that's another thing. Well, because Sane is a very good player, I think he'll do really well at Bayern. I think he could be a real him, Gnabry, Coman. They're pretty much sorted, pretty much Bayern. Again, that's what I'll say. City can sign two or three players, a centre half, probably another winger, maybe another midfielder to replace David Silva as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
They can replace those players. Liverpool will need to buy a couple of players who are got a good, proven and good enough to step up to the plate maybe in other matches. So like you'll play maybe in the Premier League occasionally, but to challenge for other competitions. I think it's what it is. I think what I want to say is I think ultimately like, Liverpool have got the best team in the league along with City. But I think
I'll say as a team, if you could think team wise, I'd say City's team's better than first team's better than Liverpool's.
What I'm thinking is, I think ultimately, out of all the top 6 teams, I think Man United have the best depth. They've got so many coverings of players.
But Man United.
Yeah, because the thing about the thing is, listen to my second team. You obviously got the first team, which is good, but it's not as good as City and Liverpool's. That's a fact. But what I'm saying is, United could play a second team in other competitions like the Europa League, which is strong enough to compete.
I don't agree with that.
King, I've got to disagree with you there because look at Norwich, for example. Then the Norwich game, for example.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. They can play a second team.
No, we played terrible with our second. We played terrible. He's not second team.
But we won the game ultimately. So
yeah, but using those
just about
I see where you're coming from, but I look at Man City on the back trying to think City's second team. Obviously, their goalkeeping was their second goalkeeper, and Bravo's terrible.
Well, look at their second team. If you let's go for the fullbacks, okay. They've got Cancelo. Cancelo is good. They've got.
They don't play. That's what they don't play him.
Yeah, but as obviously second, they've got Cancelo who's good. Otamendi not good enough, poor. Who else have we got? Stones, okay.
He's not great.
He should usually play. I mean, I think they play Garcia, who looks all right to be fair, but
they're trying to play a bit more. Yeah.
You got Mendy plays. Zinchenko not brilliant.
He's all right.
He was a converted winger, wasn't he? He was a winger to start.
He's all right. He's not bad, but I wouldn't say he's amazing. Then you've got like in midfield, who doesn't? You got Bernardo Silva. Okay, he doesn't really play. Mahrez, good players. Who else doesn't play? Gundogan. Does Gundogan play? No, he plays Rodri. Doesn't he? Rodri and Fernandinho.
Rodri, yeah, he plays.
Gundogan.
Fernandinho.
You got
Jesus.
Fernandinho plays. Foden.
We'll Phil Foden, yeah.
So they have got good players that can fit in, but if you look at all positions, like they'll have to play like some youngsters or other players. Whereas if you look at, they've probably got better quality. United have got more of a depth of a squad. I'm not saying it's better in quality, but they've got more depth in their squad.
They've got more players in those in positions.
Yeah,
They've got more of that, but the quality's not there. When you look at some of the players.
That's the thing. You need to make that quality.
That's probably what I should have said. Like, I mean, they've got more depth of a squad, but the quality that the depth doesn't mean there's players for me. I mean, if you go for the United depth, you've got Romero's a decent backup goalkeeper. To be fair, you've got right back below. Okay, Dean Henderson then. But this season, I mean, you've got Romero, Dallow's all right.
Ethan Laird as well. He's a great right back for in the 23s.
Yeah, you got Boye. You got Jones is awful. Jones is poor. You got Twanzebe. Twanzebe's got a future. I think he's a decent centre back.
Brandon Walling, if you can use him.
No, he'll be going back to Inter Milan.
Roma, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he'll stay. You've got Brandon Williams. You've got Hannibal.
Highbury.
No, Matic plays. Matic is in the first team.
Yeah, but you get what I mean.
Mick Tominay, Fred. Mick Tominay and Fred really could get in the first team, but because we got good midfield, they struggle to get in. I mean, so there's a good competition for midfield places, but I just think overall with squad depth, you can use that depth in other competitions where I think Liverpool, if they can get some really good quality players or good players that can go into a second squad, maybe I think you'd be able to fight on more fronts.
Yeah.
If you look at
domestically.
I mean, if you look at our depth, I mean, like, I'll go through it quickly. Fullbacks,
what I was about probably like not to finish off, but coming towards the end, I'd say let's look at Liverpool's depth. So look at the first team and maybe positions that they would need to invest in.
Well, I mean, you've got Adrian's an alright backup goalkeeper.
I think we can do better than Adrian, and then I think that's one of the things we'll look for. Fullbacks, we'll leave fullbacks because I think we need a new left back, and the right back it could be Williams. Who knows? Centre backs are fine except for Dejan Lovren, and I think he'll be gone. Centre mids we'll need probably a bit more depth because Lallana's going as well.
Yeah.
And then maybe like an attack. Like maybe I think Shaqiri will leave as well. And we'll
probably about three players.
You got Minamino, but he's beyond Firmino.
So looking at probably go one by one. Looking at Liverpool's team as a whole, what positions would you say Liverpool should invest in for next season? And like maybe you could say players that off the top of your head that they could sign for next season would be good for Liverpool.
Well, it's interesting because centre back I think will be that's been rumoured to be the main thing they want to do. I think Lovren's on his way. He's been erratic for the last few years. He's
shocking.
He was poor against Everton when we first came back after lockdown when we played Everton in the derby. He was poor when he came on. And I think there's been rumours we linked with Ben White of Brighton. He's been on at Leeds and he's been doing quite well for Leeds this season. So that could be a potential player. I don't have to talk about him because I don't have much Championship football. But
me and Ethan were saying Ben Godfrey. No,
you mentioned to me Ben Godfrey. Yeah.
Let Bennett say the positions and players, and then you can go next, Keegan, and I'll go after if you want.
And then we'll probably have to call it a day.
Yeah.
I think goalkeeper, backup. Oh, okay, we'll leave goalkeepers because I think that's obvious. We need a backup keeper. I think we need another midfielder. I think to add a little bit more creativity. I mean, we've got Ox, we've got Naby Keita, we've got maybe Curtis Jones who could come in. And I think maybe we need one more, maybe just to finish it off. I think because Thiago's been linked recently. Naby Lad. Thiago's been linked recently. I mean, he's been. I mean, he's a good player. Obviously, he's 29, and like he's still got a couple of years left in the tank. I'd say.
Doesn't he play for first team for the Bayern? He's in the first team for Bayern, though, isn't he?
He's been out injured for a bit, and he only just came back recently from.
During the team of the season card then.
He's a good player. He's got good he's good obviously dribbling. He's quite like a technical player, and that's maybe what we need just to add a bit more creativity in the team. So he'd be quite an interesting signing. And then just like up front, I think Shaqiri will leave because he's been missing a few times this year, and I think he's had a few injuries, and I think maybe we'll be getting rid of him. And I think who I'd get personally, and I know some Wolves fans will be watching this. He's Adama Traore. I know they don't want to hear this, but I think he'd be perfect for Liverpool. The way he plays on the counter. I mean, I know Ethan mentioned like from a counter-attacking position when he's just come off the bench, maybe last couple of minutes he'd offer a lot.
The thing is, Liverpool obviously not going to have loads to spend this year.
I agree with that.
Wolves will not sell him for more than 50 million.
I'll say even 80.
No, I don't think
I don't think they value him that high. I think they could. I think they take 30-40, I'd say.
30-40?
40 or 50 million, I think.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, because he's not. No one's going to pay 80
get
million
better than him, definitely. But
that's 80 million. I think they could get 80 million easily.
But, I mean, 80 million for a player to sit on the bench is a lot.
Exactly.
80, well, yeah, well, that's the thing. I'd have him as a backup player. I mean, I know, like, obviously he starts for Wolves, but I think as cover for Liverpool, I think he'd be brilliant for us. I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of him to begin with. I mean, I never really rated his finishing, but he seems to have come on leaps and bounds at Wolves, and like I feel he'd be a good option for us with his pace. Definitely, he's just frightening from what I've seen.
Go on, King, give it. Yeah.
I'll go with. I mean, I know obviously Adrian's probably not the best, but obviously he was signed on a free, so they'll probably keep him. You know, he's been okay. He has made some mistakes this season, but he's probably, you know, I mean, they probably could get better. I think if I think of a goalkeeper, they could probably get someone like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a keeper they could get. Possibly like someone, I don't know. It's difficult to think of actually a goalkeeper they could sign. I mean, I'm trying to think of someone.
It's hard because they'll never sit on the bench. No.
As a backup goalkeeper?
Even poor for Burnley.
I'm trying to think of a decent one. I'm trying to think of one of them.
It's hard because it's hard because they know that keeper's signing, knowing that he'll be on the bench to Alisson, because Alisson they're not going to displace Alisson obviously, because I think he's the best in the world at the moment, but it's hard. It'd be hard to get the backup.
I think
for that.
It's difficult to say about goalkeepers. I mean, I could probably find one after this, but thinking off the one on top of it is going to be difficult. But I'll go to this will be the first one or second one, because obviously I think they do probably need a backup keeper, maybe, or whether it be next season, I don't know. But I said Ben Godfrey from Norwich, because I think I've seen him play a couple of times. He seems a good player to basically fit into their system or as a backup. I'd also go with their left back, Jamal Lewis. So I think he'd be good.
I think he want to start
Norwich going to do Southampton.
They're going to get raided.
I think he'd be good for Liverpool. I think Todd Cantwell will be good for Liverpool.
Poor Norwich.
Maybe not Buendia, but I think Cantwell will definitely be good for Liverpool. Then I look at players like, and then maybe he's a bit more of a forward player. I'd go with someone like, I think, play Palacios from Leverkusen or something like that, or someone from the German league.
Interesting. I don't know a lot about him. I've heard that the name rings a bell. I've not really heard too much on him.
Or Diaby from Leverkusen. Diaby.
He's in your FIFA team. Is he in your FIFA team? He's in
mine. Yeah, in mine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think someone like that from like Leverkusen or Gladbach would be good for Liverpool. You know, because obviously, like, you know, Klopp probably, you know, obviously as he's German, you know, he knows a bit about the Bundesliga, so he probably has an eye on it. You know, probably thinks, oh yeah, you know, that suit our system, because obviously a lot of players that are signed for Liverpool have come from like Bundesliga or, you know, leagues. I think the signed players from the Austrian league. So obviously players. But also it would fit the chemistry of the team, because obviously, like, you know, you've got a German manager. Obviously, it would help, you know, coming in, you know, speak the same language. Exactly. So I think that's what Liverpool, I think, can see if you're getting some English talent players, or maybe someone from the Bundesliga that can speak the language and fit in easy with players.
Okay.
And that's it for me personally. So Ethan.
Do you want to go through the teams then? The like Chelsea, if they could challenge Liverpool or any of those.
No, we couldn't. I think we should save like different teams for like different episodes. How we should do it.
Yeah, we can always do another episode.
Just spread it. So you want to spread this out? Maybe like next episode we talk about, like, say, how Chelsea could challenge, or
do that over the weekend or something. But Ethan, you finish off what you want to say.
So, for me, I do agree with you. Liverpool do need a backup goalkeeper, but I don't think it's as important. I think to start off you need. I think you definitely need a starting centre back. I think Joe Gomez is definitely good for the future, but for now, I think you could get a player like a Koulibaly, for example, from Napoli, but he's going to be really expensive, and I honestly don't think Liverpool, unless they do sell, have that money at the moment. But I think you need. I think you're in defence-wise. I think you're in the same position as Man United, for example, that you've got players or a player that is in the future that could be a starting centre back for your club, but you need something now. So for me, I've been looking at.
I've just thought of a good buy for Liverpool. To be fair, that would I could see possibly McKenna from Schalke.
Weston McKenna.
McKenna, yes. I think honestly, someone like him, someone from like Schalke or something like that, I could see a player like that who's got the talent could go there.
And then I look at the midfield. Like for me, their midfield, I think it could be sorted out in one player. And I think if Liverpool had this player, I think plus a defender, that could be complete. I think if Liverpool signed Havertz from Leverkusen, it'd be end game. Because honestly, because when I look at Havertz, I think he's a similar player to how Fabinho plays for me. I imagine them, the fluidity in them two swapping positions.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. I see what you're going
I think
from.
it'd be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
but for me,
I get that.
That's it really. I think they could get some like a backup left back, backup in right wing, for example. Because as I said, I think Shaqiri will leave, but I think after that, I think we should probably give it towards close now.
Yeah.
Obviously
on what you guys think, let us know in the comments who you think would be good for Liverpool to sign. And
in the comments, I want to see congratulations Liverpool in the comments as well.
Yes, lads. That's what we want. That's respect. Respect for your champions.
Obviously, put your comments as well. Who you think Liverpool could sign or who will be good fit for Liverpool. And then obviously in the next episodes, we'll probably be talking about next season's challengers, who will be closest to Liverpool and who could be fighting. And then that can easily lead into other episodes as well. So we've got this whole subject can lead into other subjects that we can talk about or mention that can go into so many other episodes. So we're going to be quite a few episodes expanding from this. So expect some big
notifications on
branching pathway.
Yeah. I mean, I could expand. I'm not very good at explaining things, but you know what I'm trying to get the gist of. So anyway, I'll let George finish the podcast.
Anyway, guys, so thank you for watching this podcast, this Liverpool celebration, and
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, obviously. Yeah, it's been a fun episode for me, obviously, and I hope you've all enjoyed this one. So it's a goodbye from Ethan.
Bye.
It's a goodbye from Kingy.
Goodbye.
And it's a goodbye from me, George Bennett, Liverpool fan.
Wish Ethan happy birthday as well.
Come on! See you later.
Good evening, everybody. A pleasure and a privilege, as always, to be at Anfield, where we are hoping for another miracle like Istanbul. Shaqiri, in his own half, rolls it square towards Matip. Virgil van Mistake, Mane into the area. Great skill. Henderson's in the box. Henderson saved
City celebrating. The party really is just getting started. They've had to wait a very long time.